picturing yourself being the champ, being the world champ, being the Olympic champ, visualizing and repetition of that over and over and over again in your head, you'll become, the champ.
Hello, this is Olympian Justann. I'm here with Justann Crawford. How are you?
Very good, thank you.
We are training kickboxing club and we want to do a little conversation about Justann career.
About my career, I was lucky enough to represent Australia for 10 years. I won 9 Australian titles from, welterweight to heavyweight. I also got to travel the world for like 8 to 9 years, and which was the best time of my life. And so I was from 1990 to 98. I was in the Australian team.
Your career in one sentence, what would it be?
I had a crack, mate. I had to go. I give my best. I did well. I did my best as I could. With what I had, being Tasmanian, from down Tasmania. Tasmania is Australia, but Tasmania was always hard to get fights.
The fights,
So when I moved to Sydney in '94, it became a little bit better. Even though I was ranked number 2 in the world when I moved here,
yes.
The rankings are a bit dodgy in that. They're the best, they haven't ranked properly, but I was ranked number 2 in the world at one point. I wanted to start when I was 8 years old, but I was too young.
8 years?
I remember at 8 years old, I was punching spinning around, had this balloon, I just wanted to box. And my grandfather boxed, and he fought on TV ringside back in the day. And
Grandfather is ex-boxer.
He was. He died before I was born. So he died on an accident of the West Cape Bridge in Melbourne. West Cape Bridge. When they collapsed, he was on that when they collapsed. So I never got the meaning. And my mum had me at 16 years old. And then I walked into the gym when I was 13, and things was changed. I had my first fight within 2 months. I fought a guy from another state.
On the first fight?
On my first fight. And I got stopped.
So already fighting someone from the first state?
I got stopped second round.
Oh.
I lost my next 2 fights as well.
What weight you started
38
fighting?
kilos. 38 kilos.
38 kilos?
Yeah.
Because we're 12 years old. Of course.
Where,
So the first 3 fights stoppage.
I know, first fight stoppage, next 2 fights I lost. Then I won 4, lost 2, won 2. Then when the year the Olympics was on, 1988, I was watching that, and it kind of revitalized me, thinking of why I wanted to go to the Olympics. And
You saw the Olympic Games
Well,
in there? You saw the Olympic Games?
Saw the Olympic Games, and there was a guy from Australia who got a silver medal. And the last time it was the best result for so many years, but he got a silver medal. A guy called Spike Cheney, he got silver. And
That's why you show interest. You say, I want to be Olympic one day.
I want to be better than that. I want to get gold. Then when they said they want to got silver, they said no Australian has won Olympic gold. And I said, I'm going to be the first when I was 15. I said, I want to be the first.
Oh.
But I never got
That's
that.
how you start with the dream of becoming Olympic.
When I was 15. And then that year that I said that, I won my first Australian title.
The first Australian title.
I'm 15 years old.
So 3 years of boxing, you got your first Australian title, nationals.
Yeah.
And you get the first Australian title, and then straight away you be part of the national team?
No, not quite. I won another Australian title the following year, another junior Australian title. I was
Junior?
when I was 15. So I went 15. So I was 15 when I won my first, and then I was 16 when I won my second. And then when I turned 17...
The lowest division, 40 kilos.
No, so my first one was 67 kilos. It was welterweight division. And then my second one was 72 kilos.
So you know, the second national title.
Yeah, 2 national junior titles. And then when I won my first Australian title when I was 17, senior Australian title, I was 17. And I won my first senior Australian title, and I had 3 fights, 3 knockouts. Fighting me, 17-year-old fighting grown me.
When you won your first Australian title, how many fights you did to get to there? Your career?
Towards after my junior Australian title, after my junior career, I had 27 fights.
27 fights, and then you get there.
20 wins. I won 2 Australian titles as a junior.
Right.
And then the following year I had 10 fights that year, and I broke my hand at the beginning of the year.
10 fights in a year?
Yeah, but I broke my hand at the beginning of the year, so I had to operated on.
Yep.
And then so I had time off. So I missed out on going to the Junior World Championship, so I missed out on that. But then my hand got better. I had it operated on. I had a place put in.
Then
I had 10 fights. I had 9 fights from about August to the end of the year.
August, yeah.
Yeah, because I won my state title, which is in Tasmania. Then I won my Australian title, which was 3 fights. Then I won my first international title after that.
After the injury from August to the end of the year, you did that state, Australian, international.
Yeah.
In 15 years old, 16.
No, 17.
17 at that time.
Yeah.
Wow. And what was the experience international? Your first international fight, what was the experience?
The experience was magic. It was because I won my first international fight.
You feel the difference?
It was just magic. It was, I knew from that point that I was going to go to. I knew from that point that I was going to go to the Olympics.
You get the motivation. Yeah.
Yeah, I just knew I was going to go to the Olympics and continue on try to achieve my dream. My dream was to win gold.
Yeah.
But
where was your first international fight? Where was
first? In the Philippines.
Philippines.
It was called the Mayor's Cup. Mayor's Cup. I had 3 fights, 2 knockouts. While I had 1 point victory.
You won the international competition? That championship you won, the tournament?
Yeah, I won the tournament.
You won the tournament?
So I had my first senior tournament, my international tournament. So I had 3 fights, two knockouts, and 1 gold in the. And I fought a Filipino in the final who was his home crowd. 8,000 people
everyone is
screaming for him. But I
beat him on points.
On points, yeah. It was the best feeling ever.
You show style. You show the
best feeling ever.
Wow.
And then the following year, 1991, I lost my first fight to a junior champion.
You was ready for the Australian team?
Australian team. So I went for another Australian trip to Australia. Went to Indonesia, Jakarta, called President's Cup. I lost my first fight there against a former, I think he was a junior world champion, a guy from USSR, was called back then. It was when I was together.
That's my question I have for you. Which country or style was the hardest to face? That one.
Yeah, USSR was very good. But then they separated to Ukraine, to Russia, to Uzbekistan, and then all the countries separated, which makes it harder for us. Before we had to fight one of them, now we're going to fight all these.
Everyone, different cultures, different styles.
Yeah, different styles. Yeah, but the Europeans are kind of same.
Not feel any different with European style, no good any trouble.
The same, keep range, keep distance, punch good. They got very good IQ. Ring IQ, very good.
All right.
They learn from the best,
All right. So your toughest fight? What was your toughest fight?
I would have to say, I would say the Cuban boxer.
Cuban boxer. Where you fight?
Yeah, the Cuban boxer, and there was also a guy from Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistan as well.
Yeah, we fought. Uzbekistan. It was 1995. Boxing, non-stop action.
Non-stop
action. Both of us were over together, and then the the result was 40 points to my 41. I won, just won.
But that was on which competition? International?
That was President's Cup. President from Indonesia, Jakarta. Indonesia.
But you won a
still
point.
at what 1 point? Because that was computer scoring back then. Computer scoring.
What was your best performance?
My best performance when I won the President's Cup in 1995.
95.
Yeah, I won the President's Cup. I fought a guy, a really good boxer from Algeria, who eventually went it. A year later, he won. Whatever, didn't win, but he got a bronze medal at the 1996 Olympics.
Oh.
I fought at that Olympics. Yeah, so he got a bronze medal in 1996, and I beat him by 12.
In the year before?
I beat him by 12 punches. I beat him easy.
Easily?
And he got bronze medal.
Wow. Which one was your first Olympic Games? What year was that?
92.
92, you went to the first Olympic
1992,
Games.
Barcelona Olympic Games. Yeah.
And that experience was?
Best. I had my 19th birthday over there.
90?
I turned 19 when I was over there.
19 years and how many fights?
Then I was 50, I think.
50 fights on the first Olympic Games?
Not even that, 50, yeah. There was
What
50.
class? What weight?
Middleweight.
Middleweight, which is
75.
75. And who was the first Olympics? Did you compete? Did you win the first one?
No, I didn't win no Olympics. I lost my first fight to a Russian guy.
Russian guy.
Alexander Lebzak, who I fight in 96 as well. I fight the same guy in 96. Alexander.
So you went twice, 91,
92, and then
92, 96.
Yeah, middleweight. And then that Russian, Alexander Lebzak, he went to 2000 and he fought Danny Green.
Danny Green?
And beat Danny Green. Stop Danny Green, I think. And then he won gold that year.
Oh.
He won gold that year.
So the
Russian that I fought 92, 96 Olympics,
and then,
won gold in 2000.
Wow.
And then ended up being coach for Russia. And then he was coach as well.
Was there a loss that changed you as a fighter?
But I would say, yeah, I think when I lost to Alexander Lebzak in the Olympics, I think I lost my confidence in
the first Olympic or in the second?
My second Olympic.
In the second Olympic.
Yeah. I think I lost something. Lost something. I can't really figure out what it was, but I lost something. And then when I come back, when I had a couple of months off after the Olympics, that kind of stuff, and I started fighting in 1997, and I lost my first fight to an Australian boxer ever. Yep. That had an effect.
Yeah, affect you.
The things started going down.
Then after the second Olympics,
things started going down. I think I lost the hunger. I lost I don't know.
Wasn't there? Mm-hmm.
Even though I was thinking that I was still could want to fight, but deep down I don't think I did.
I got it. Good. How do you handle pressure in major tournaments? How do you handle the pressure?
I had a pressure in major tournaments. I used to go out and do it, just go and fight, just go and fight. I mean, because I have issues with tall fighters, different, that kind of stuff. Like I find it difficult getting in, that kind of stuff. So you just have to kind of learn as you go. Yeah. And try to learn as you go, and then then try to.
So for each fight you learn.
Try to make it. Yeah, because I wasn't that experienced anyway. It took me a while to get up in amongst it, and be a good boxer. And I was a fighter, and I didn't know much about distance and stuff like that. Yeah. I found it very difficult getting into really good boxers. I couldn't find it. I couldn't get him. They'd always pick me off.
Different styles,
Yeah, so I found it very difficult trying to hit boxers. Yeah. They were good boxers.
Good boxers.
Because I fought a guy called Chris Bird, who was who ended up being world heavyweight champion. and he beat me 38-8 on point.
Oh,
And then
Score.
that was 1992. He went on to win. He got silver at the Olympics.
on the Olympics.
Yeah, not long about 2 months later. And then there's another guy who I fought at the beginning of that year was Sven Oki.
Yeah.
He was a German boxer, and he was very, very good as well. But he was very technical, so he score, punch it, go up, and he defense, technical. Then
Find hard to adapt to that style.
Pop, 1, 2, pop, 1, 2, pop, and he beat me 10-1.
Oh,
I mean that was 90. That was in 92, and he ended up being undefeated world super middleweight champ.
wow.
It was IBF and WBC world super middleweight champ, undefeated.
Yeah, the elite level is very hard to adapt with the styles, different
Styles. Yeah. But if I knew what I knew now, it'd be a lot different.
What do you learn from fighting top levels opponent like this guy? You learn for every fight something. You change your style.
There's not just one style. There's you've got to do a mixture. If you find good fighters, you got to learn to adapt and do a mixture of styles. Because if you just got to learn to adapt and change on the go. Because if you don't, you're going to get caught. You'll come against a boxer that will say, "Outthink you, go out maneuver you, go out, do a lot of things, So you just got to learn to adapt to different styles. Because back in the day, we didn't have internet or nothing, so we can never watch what there is now. There's so much stuff that you can.
Now YouTube, check the boxer and then
exactly. Now that back in the day when we were fighting, there was none of that. So we just turn up, look at our opponent,
adapt the quick, fast as possible.
Fast as possible. And I wasn't the best at it. There was one of the guys in our boxing team. There were a couple of guys in our boxing team at the time were very, very good. Robert Peden, he won the world title after
What is the name?
Robert Peden.
He was in the Australian team.
Yeah, he was in the Australian team with me. We were in the team together. We went to Barcelona together and Atlanta together. And he ended up winning an IBF World Championship in Melbourne. And that 2006 or something, it was a fair while after, but he also went to America and fought in America for years. When he finished, when he after 96 Olympics, we went to America and lived over there for years and fought over there with them. To improve.
Who was your training in this moment for the Olympics? Let's say 1 week of your training. You was training twice a day, 3 times a day.
Yeah.
Boxing.
My first Olympics, I was training 3 times a day. I was running in the morning, do weights. Run in the morning. Do weights in the mid session, and then do boxing.
Boxing in the second session.
Third session.
Third session.
Third session.
So you got cardio, weights, and boxing.
Yeah.
Every day? Or
4 or 5, 6 days. 4 to 5.
1 day rest.
1 day, yeah. It's only 1 day. Yeah.
Good. What part of training makes the biggest difference? Like, what do you think is help most from your training to make you as a boxer? What do you think is the most important?
Well, what I think is the most what I think is most important is of course is sparring. Sparring different opponents all the time.
Different opponents.
Different opponents all the time. It's the most important. Always, yeah. And mix the sparring up. So don't do 10 rounds for one opponent. Mix them up. So continually mix them up.
2, 3 sparring partners.
So one partner does 3 rounds straight. 3 rounds straight with 3 different opponents. Then change.
All right. Just to learn how to adapt.
Yeah, try.
No, stick with the same style, the same opponent.
Yeah, just adapt. Just learn to adapt straight away. Change. So I find. All right, that's what I do now with people now with my boxers now. We'll train some boxers now. I'll get them to do 3 rounds, but they do different opponent each round.
Is it?
So that's what I do for the amateurs.
3 rounds change.
And I think that would be very good for professionals as well. Yeah.
That's really good point to keep in mind. What about mentally? How you prepare for the fight mentally?
Maybe I think this was also a secret to my boxing. I had a guy that showed me some meditation stuff.
Yep.
It's called visualization. So you visualize yourself preparing or doing what you want to do in the ring. So if you repeat a good habit, like a nice long jab, seeing in the mind, landing the jab all the time, landing the jab on your opponent every time, landing the jab on the different opponents,
All right.
or landing across on different opponents, visualizing it over and over and over and over
Every
again.
day after class,
Over again.
before class.
So it's like, you have a set time in the morning, get up, you do visualization, you picture what you want to do, and have always an end result at the end as well. So I want to go to the Olympics. They always picture
Visualization there.
the Olympic rings, always picture in my head the Olympic rings over and over and over again. And they just drive you and attract you towards what you want to achieve.
So visualization for the mentally prepare.
And mentally prepare. So always lots of meditation and quiet.
Do you, when any fight that you went, you feel like scared or so nervous for the competition? Or you was ready to...
I don't think I was ever scared of anyone. I was just, I was always ready to go.
That's good. The nervous always there.
No, nerves were always there, but I was never scared.
Never scared. All right.
And I wasn't scared. It was just because I was very confident in my preparation. I knew that I was very fit. I knew that I could take a punch. I knew that. So I knew my process.
So in the war, what was your best ranking in the war?
See, the rankings are a bit dodgy. See, the rankings back in we had one of the guys that were in the association. So he had because the Oceania is a very small continent. Yeah, so there's other big other countries like Europe together.
Yeah.
They got a lot more people, a lot more boxers, a lot more. It's all about population.
I got it.
You know, and also about what they do for their boxing. For Cuba, it's a little country, but they spend a lot of money on transferring their boxers because they're good at the sport. And then there's USSR, Russia, and all that kind of stuff. They are the same. They spend a lot of money on their sport.
Yeah. What number did you reach in the world ranking?
I got my highest rank was number 2 at light heavyweight.
Number 2.
At light heavyweight, yeah.
What this really means?
What does it mean? It means because I won 3 international competitions. So I won the Mayor's Cup, I won the and I won the King's Cup, and I won the Oceania. So I won 3 international competitions. So they give points for those international competitions.
Ranking on the world number 2.
And which rank you because of points. And the person in front of me was the Cuban who I fought. And he was number 1 because he had a big he won the world championship.
Great.
Yeah, he won the world championship for Cuba in 1990.
Do you think in the rankings there are politics involved?
Ranking? I don't know about the ranking. But I think the rankings are not right. I think that they're not sure about the rankings, but it was just they're different.
About the boxing career, because how many boxers want to start? How do you build a smart boxing career?
How do I build a smart boxing career? Find a good trainer.
A good trainer.
Very good trainer. Practice at least starting up first day, at least 3 times a week, at least. Minimum. And then when you're starting to feel like you're going good and you think you could actually make a career out of it, you up it up to 5 to 6 days a week, twice a day.
Twice
to 3 times a day. It's just for different things in the day, but different aspects of
discipline.
This is
boxing, cardio.
But always mentally thinking about it as well.
Very important.
always seeing where you want to be.
All right.
If you want Olympics, you picture your 6 rings, you picture your 5 rings. Picture. Always have a picture in your head of what you want.
Where you want to get to.
Where you want to get there.
Okay, guys, I want you to know that I'm also doing my professional career. I won the Australian title 2025, the BBC Oceanian title 2026, and I want to introduce my coach and dad, Alex.
Alex.
So
Thank you.
So, I'm behind the camera, so you are the best. Seriously, we are so glad not to you when we are out to Australia. Big inspiration. Just we want to keep going, listen to your history.
I have a question for you here. They say, why did you become a coach?
So me coaching is the closest thing to being a fighter.
There.
That's why. So I'm addicted. I'm addicted. Keep the feeling. I'm addicted. And then when I see my students do what people that I train do what I want to do, it's the best thing. And it was. It's the best thing ever.
So being the coach is the best feeling because you got your guys competing on your team, or you guys preparing someone
and
to fight.
Winning, and when they win, that's the best feeling ever.
What is the hardest part of coaching?
What I've found, what I've noticed over the years is when you got controlling sparring.
Control sparring.
Controlling sparring.
They lose control.
Because people just, if they get angry, they get upset, they get, if they get hit too hard or too suffocating, it's all about, because I don't like hard sparring, so I'm very, since it starts being hard, I just stop it. Stop, get out, don't want nothing, I don't want to do nothing, I don't want nothing around, I don't want nothing like that. We're here as a team, everything's light and fast. We use our brain to work on how we're going to hit our opponent up and down, but we don't hit hard. You got to learn. One thing you got to do in boxing is learn how to control your power.
But when always in the sparring session, someone lose control and start.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, there's just
drama.
Yeah, of course. So it's so hard. That, but I get pretty upset about it because I got knocked out. I got knocked out when I was 13 with a grown man. Grown man knocked me out.
In sparring or
in sparring?
In sparring.
In sparring. I was out cold.
13 years knocked out.
I was 13 years old. Knocked out cold. Then I started getting then not long enough I was getting headaches and stuff like that. So I had to go to the doctor. He said he got a bruised brain or something. He said just take a couple of weeks off and see how you go.
Few weeks off.
So I didn't stop training, but I stopped sparring, but didn't stop training.
In that time, the sparring is with headgear or without headgear?
With headgear. Bullshit headgear. Bullshit headgear. No, bullshit. It was bad headgear.
Bad headgear.
Very bad. Very bad.
But why bad? Like to open?
Dropping, can't see, whatever. Yeah, very bad headgear.
Bad headgear.
It was all kind of headgear wasn't. It was first started to come in. It was only first started to come in, headgear. The people used to box without knowing you go.
Today, what do you see in young fighters? In young fighters, what do you see is different today?
Better, technically.
Technically better?
Better, yeah. A lot better.
A lot better. Maybe
and that's due to the coaches and all that kind of stuff. The coaches have obviously learned from their past and stuff like that, are teaching better.
Much better technique.
Yeah, and plus there's lots of, influence, but there's lots of information. You can find your own by looking up on the computer, or watching videos or watching YouTube and all that kind of stuff. You learn so much from that.
Watching
you can learn
different fighters online.
Exactly. You can do it so easily. Back when I was there, there's no internet.
What I can make one question there. Just see where is your common guard in boxing? Just this one.
Open guard.
Which one?
High guard.
High guard.
Okay.
What you like? get pressure? You like
Yeah, I
to
like
stay
pressure.
outside?
Pressure.
Pressure.
I'm always a pressure fighter.
Pressure fighter.
But I like the high guard as well.
Yeah.
I'm very about moving to the right. Like,
Yeah.
like my fighters move to the right.
Changing.
Depends. If they're fighting orthodox, I always give my fighters move to the right.
To the back.
Left foot outside their left foot. Left foot outside left and move to the right.
Avoid the cross of the opponent.
Yeah, exactly. It keeps away right hand, and you can load up on yours, come back. So come back here, load your right up, come back, to jab back, all good. Then cross, back. Always left foot outside their left foot. Keep your distance, and just always high guard.
Would you prioritize if you had to be the boxer from the start, from the scratch? What do you prioritize? The pressure, the footwork?
Forward
Footwork, number one.
and compliment. Building.
We
remember the first class with you.
Footwork, start moving.
The lateral to forward to back.
The footwork, number one.
Tired. It's very exhausting.
12 round number 12 is still footwork. What advice would you give to young fighters? What is your advice for young fighters?
Don't get hit too much.
Don't get hit.
And too much. Try to work in defense.
Work on
Being
defense.
smarter. Always work in
Okay.
defense. Just keep your hands up all the time. Work in defense.
Work on defense first.
In, out, side, and always moving your head. Don't say that. Always moving.
So they should avoid getting hit too much with
Yeah,
practice more defense.
more defense.
Right.
More defense. Have a goal set for yourself.
And have a goal.
When you have one goal, you have 10 goals. So if you have one goal, a small goal, that goes in a bigger goal.
Finish in Olympic Games.
Exactly. Playing gold Olympics or making Olympics or
Professional debut.
being Australian champion.
Australian champion.
Being like you are now, you're Australian champion now. It's your turn to step up and be Oceania champion. Be bigger and a bit bigger. You want to be number 5, number 8, number 3 or 4 in the world or whatever. And that's about building,
Alright.
and improving and keep moving and keep work on your technique and stuff like that.
For sure, we're doing a workshop with you.
Yeah,
We want you to do the boxing workshop so everyone can learn and can practice with you.
yeah, I would love
Sure.
it. So that's I'd love to anytime. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that. I will see is because I work at Auburn.
Yeah.
I always come past there. I always think that one. I mainly come and drop in. Mainly come one drop in. I should drop in.
All right.
And then
All right. Thank you, Justin, for coming today. And next time, we're just doing a boxing workshop with everyone.
Yep.
So
sounds
really looking forward for that.
My best advice for boxers out there, or what I think is my best advice, is keep your brain healthy. Keep your brain. Don't only do boxing. Try to do mind games as well. Try to do use your brain in other ways. Doing lots of visualization helps as well. Picturing yourself in being the champ, being the world champ, being the Olympic champ. Visualizing and repetition of that over and over and over again in your head, you'll become, the champ. Train hard at least, 3 to 4 times a week, five times, 6 times a week, more on top of that as well. So it's not only just training once or twice a day, it's, all you're doing is trying to increase your knowledge about who you're fighting and who's in your weight division, all that kind of stuff. Try to learn how to beat the stars that are in that division, and try to just keep focusing on what you want. What is the main goal that you want? And if you've got that in your head, then just keep repetition is the key. The key to life, the key to a successful life is repetition. It can get boring, but you just keep doing it and have a goal in mind at the end. You will one day get there.
Thank you, Justin, to come over to our club.
Yes, I'm not far. It's far from me, 5 dog way. It's not far from me.
It's really good no far.
Yeah.
And we hopefully looking forward to do with you some boxing workshop.
That's great.
We really appreciate you here and motivate us to keep going.
Dig deeper. Go bigger. Go
That's
keep
good.
that.
Very good.